Well, I'm here with John Pennells. Many of us at the church will know John and Linda, who've been part of the church for about the last 3 years. But John, since arriving in Romsey, you've taken on a new responsibility. I wonder if you could tell us what that is.
Yes, indeed. I was offered the opportunity by Gareth to either become part of the church team or perhaps take on an outside role with Oasis, the Christian bookshop in Romsey, who were looking for trustees. Gareth was standing down, and it would be good to have a Methodist trustee on board. It all then moved very rapidly because the trustees were in a state of change, and for various reasons, there ended up with only 3 of us, and in short order, I became chair of trustees. It's an interesting role. The Oasis Centre was opened in 1984, or rather the premises were bought in 1984, with the idea of having a Christian mission in Romsey, providing books, goods, fair trading goods, greetings cards, and also acting as a way of spreading the word and supporting charities further afield. The business developed and grew very well, but has recently now facing the challenge that a lot of Christian bookshops are, in that we now serve as a bookshop. We serve the whole of the area of Salisbury down to Winchester through to Southampton as being one of the very few remaining Christian bookshops in the southeast.
And many of us, I suspect, have got into the habit, particularly during the lockdown, of buying books online, using online deliveries and couriers for a number of things we would previously have just popped to somewhere like Oasis for. That must be quite a challenge.
It is, and also I think it's right to recognise now that whereas people would pop in from 15, 20 miles away, that is because of other rising costs, perhaps not such an attractive option for them. Although we don't offer yet an online service, what is good is that if you go onto a website called bookshop.org, you can order anything you like from anywhere you like, and you can credit Oasis with the sale, and we benefit as though we sold the book ourselves. And that is a real way of supporting Oasis.
Yes, that's quite a neat way of doing it, isn't it? The theme of our services is faith on the front line. The first one is around serving. I wonder, how does it feel to you as chair of the trustees to try to serve the wider community, but also Romsey, through the work of Oasis?
It's quite a challenge. It is working with the local churches. In the first place, in Romsey, they're not always receptive to taking on roles, particularly trying to persuade them to hold a book sale, bookshop type shelf, where there's no demand on them other than keeping an eye on it, trying to get them to come into the shop as well to make that physical contact. Beyond that, it's encouraging people to come in and see us not just as a place that sells, but we offer fellowship, a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, and a chance just to share, and then for them to spread the word. We are more than just a bookshop, which used to be our slogan. The wider reach will no doubt be online in the future, but that's an area for development.
So what, as a church, could we pray for you, for the trustees, for the ministry of Oasis?
We're moving forward, having come through the pandemic and the big change in trustees, and we're now at a point where we need to develop our vision for the next 10, 20 years. And to that end, we're having a strategy day, and we would ask for your prayers with us as we move forward on that. There's also a constant demand for, or need for, new volunteers new trustees, and to pray for the fact that people might be moved to come and join what is a very exciting project. And just for that the message can be spread throughout the area, and we may be a small part of that.
John, that's great. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and sharing the way in which Oasis serves us. Thank you.
Thank you.